What a pick.
Alfons Freij. And I got to say a couple things on this one. First, you'll notice as part of the iconography, anyone that's listening on podcast, you need to come check out on the Sota Pod YouTube channel. I learned that the Swedes have a lot of pictures on Google Images of these kids when they're like 10 years old playing hockey. So whenever there was one that popped up in like the top 5 images for results, that gets thrown on. And it's funny to just see the two side by side. Also, I've never seen, granted, it's not like it's like some crazy phenomenon, but what do you call a plus minus of 0? Is it just the absence of a plus minus? Because he's not plus or minus.
He's just vibing. He's just vibes, dude. He's just out there. I think I was literally like just machine going through the stats, like not looking. And then I was like laughing. I was like, I went 0. That's pretty funny. I think there might be a couple where I put like 0 plus minus. And this one I put plus minus of 0. But Alfons, you said Freij. I don't even know if it's Freij, Freij. Couldn't tell you.
But that's fun.
6'1", right around 200-pound left shot D-man. I think this is so. And just to backtrack a little bit, this is the weakest draft class coming out of Sweden we've seen in a very long time. Where for a while there was, other than Bronseg Nygård, it was a pretty like common belief that like there's not going to be any Swedes taken in the first round outside of Bronseg Nygård, who is Norwegian. But the way that he's come onto the scene this year, he's one of the best skating D-men in this class. His transition game is incredible. He's flashed way more offensive upside than he has in the past couple of years too. And defensively, he's solid. He kind of, again, like just doesn't really have a whole lot of weaknesses, and just the growth that he's shown this year in terms of the actual transition game, how smart he is. He kind of just gives off like a guy that's going to play a very long time in the NHL. You might never hear him, but if he's on your team, he's going to be like your guy. I still think
not a direct comparable, right? But kind of your Jonas Brodin type.
Yeah. So again, like still pretty different because like Brodin's defensive game is just on a whole other level, and there's probably only a handful of players who do skate like Jonas Brodin, especially fucking backwards. It's insane. But that'd be a whole other. We could do another podcast on Jonas Brodin's backward skating. But Alfons Freij, I for me, I think in December, January, I was trying to like stop myself from putting him in the first round. But then again, just the progression this year in terms of his like, he's flashing playmaking ability. He's got a great shot. And the thing with him is you can not win the puck from him on the forecheck. He beats you every single time. And he's one of the best transition defenders in this class, especially out of Sweden. So I am very high on him. I think he's got like serious, like top sleeper potential. I think he'll probably go late 20s. He might not even go in the first round. But I'm very high on him. He's not going to be like power play 1 quarterback. He's not going to give you like over half a point per game, but defensively he's solid. His mobility is ridiculous. He's going to make everyone's lives easier on the ice, just in his ability to like retrieve pucks, start transition play. And there is enough offensive potential. I think he can put up some points. I know it's just not going to be like, that's our guy running the power play. So I like him a ton. And he's another guy that like this class in general out of Sweden has picked up as the year's gone on, which made sense, especially at the beginning of the year. Cause like some of these guys are just like, there's just so many tools that they have. That's just like, they haven't put them all together yet, but he's one guy that's like skyrocketed in the rankings, and he's in a lot of first rounds now. So curious to see where he goes, but yeah, no, I love Alfons Freij, or you want to fucking say it. He's great.
Yeah. I mean, he is 7 feet tall, so that helps.
There you go.